All right, so for today's class, we're going to be looking at the ball joint of the foot, ankle, and knee, as well as going through some progressions and throwing, entering into our basic core mechanics for crawling, and just working on different checkpoints in our upper body. So we'll start off with some breathing exercises. So let's just go ahead and close our eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's start to get in tune with the present moment. So we're going to listen to the nature around us, listen to what's going on in our place where we're at. Close your eyes and just see the light coming through. Feel your skin, feel the breeze on it, feel the temperature, feel your clothes on your skin, feel the different materials. Then start to notice your smell. Notice what can you smell in the room. Can you smell any kind of fragrance or any kind of odor at all? Notice what you taste as well, as those are paired. And then start to monitor your thoughts. As you do this, just let emotions come up. And as you address them, just kind of go back to the past and just imagine maybe where that emotion's coming from and just giving that part of yourself comfort. Just letting yourself know it's going to be okay as we step into this present moment. And so today we're going to look at the ball and socket joint of the feet. So we're going to start with the assessment of the deep squat. We're going to evaluate our range of motion and our squat. So shake from the side view. Come down and see, can I keep my low back arched? Can I use those ankles to lower myself, or do I start to have to round? And do I need to drop my chest? And do I need to roll my feet in? Okay, let's hold that position and just feel how these ankles right here are feeling at the beginning of class, okay? And then we're going to come up and we're going to be going to a wall today. So right here, I'm going to have a wall that I can touch and that has enough surface area to where I can go all the way down and all the way up from chest height. So you might need to use a door or something, okay? So we're going to be evaluating the 5 points of rotation in our legs. So you got internal rotation where your heels are out, your feet are in. You got external rotation where your feet are out and your heels are in. You've got just neutral. So this is working on the lateral blades of the feet. Then you've got internal rotation with your legs in a neutral stance, and then external rotation with your legs in a wide stance. So I'm going to be facing the wall, so I just wanted to show you those different stances whenever I'm up on the wall, so that way you get an idea. So we're going to start off with toes together, heels apart. We're facing the wall, okay? And we're just right here going to be touching the wall. That's going to close the chain. And this is going to give us basically our calibration, right? Because we are staying basically in alignment with the wall with our spine. So I want my spine straight up with the wall. And the movement is coming at my ankles and knees. And we're strengthening this sequence. I wrote in there in the notes in the class today in the message, or on this video, I'll put the description. But basically, we're strengthening at the ball and the hips and the knee. Okay, we're basically the point of contact is the calcaneus, so that's the ball joint of the foot. So we're just going to drop down here, and we're going to hold it for about 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, in this class, just because of time, we're only going to do 30 seconds. If you're doing this on your own, feel free to go for up to a minute or even 90 seconds. Okay. Keeping track of the time here. I'm just bending down to a comfortable level. I've played a lot of football in the past, had a lot of ankle injuries, so I'm limited in my plantar flexion. You might have to be able to go deeper than me, okay? This is all about your level and what you want to work on today, okay? Then we're going to come back up, and we're going to start to eccentrically load the ball of socket joints in our ankles, okay, one at a time. So I'm going to come up on one foot, the other foot's going to be down, and then I'm going to switch, nice and controlled. 3, 4, 5, okay? So next thing you're going to do is we're going to stay in this position, and again, we're going to use the wall to kind of guide our back. Okay, we're just going to slowly drop down to a comfortable level. Keep in mind your knees, okay? So if you have pain, you're not dropping all the way down. You're only going as far as you can, but you're lifting up through the heels, coming down. You're going to hold it here for a second. And then whenever we come back up, we're driving these heels out and down to the ground. So this is the initiation of the drive. So we're conditioning the leg drive in these different positions. You're driving down and through. Okay, so I'm going to go 3 reps here. And then drive down and back up through. Last one. And back up. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is heels together, toes apart. So we got heels together, toes apart, like this. We're going to be up against a wall with that position. So toes are about 45-degree angles apart. Okay. We're dropping down. And you're only going down. I'm keeping my feet flat on this first round, okay? So it goes feet flat, drop down, and hold in a position that's comfortable, so we're not putting pain in our knees, but we are dropping down to help those joints open up, relax, and reset the lengthening of those joints, okay? So you're going to come down as far as is comfortable. We're going to hold it here for a 30-second pause. Just breathe, keep those knees apart, feel the stretch and the ankle. But not pain, right? We're only going to a stretch. We're going breathing and connecting here. Okay, after 30 seconds, we're going to drive back up. Then we're going to work on the eccentric loading of the feet. So one heel comes up, the other heel stays down, and then we shift. So we start to lift the other heel up as one heel goes down. Okay, we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna go 5 reps here. Notice how I'm not just flying through these. I'm feeling that heel drop to the ground while simultaneously loading this other heel. 2, 4, and 5. Okay, so 5 reps each side. Next thing you're going to do is start to lift your heels up as you bring your knees out. And we're going to use the wall to keep our spine upright. Okay, and then we're going to drive our heels into the ground and drive back up, squeezing through these glutes. Let's go. 1. Drive those heels down. Squeeze through the glutes. 2. Drive the heels down. Squeeze through the glutes. 3. Good job. So walk it out. Next position of the feet are neutral. Okay? So we're going to come to the wall right here. Going to load 1 up. Other one stays down, and then switch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. All right, let's go ahead and drop down all the way. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do our hold in this position. So let's go down into a hold right here. I'm just going to hold that for 30 seconds. Start to feel that stretch, opening up those ankles. Put the feet, the heels on the ground. Okay, then we're going to come all the way back up. And then squat down, bringing the heels. This time the heels are going to come up. And we're going to drop down as we go. Bring the heels up. Keeping my back upright. Back up and through. 1. As I come up, I'm driving these heels down to the ground. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good job. Go and walk it out again, right here. Okay? So, if you have a lot of knee issues, a lot of knee pain, you might only want to start off with 1 rep. I'm doing 3. That's still a little bit light, but I know some people, they have pre-existing conditions. You're not going to want to do more than 1, and you're also going to want to go down half the distance that I'm going down. Okay? So the next one is toes in, heels apart like this. So come up to the wall. Okay, you're just going to keep your heels down on the ground and you're just going to bend at the ankles and the knees. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Try to let that tissue open up and expand in my ankle, knee, hip joint, all through here. Okay, so just work on breathing. All right, going back up. Let's do that loading, the eccentric loading. So one heel's raised up, the other heel's down. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to take our knees to the wall right here. And then you're driving your heels down and you're coming up. 1. Going very slow. Don't want to push past the speed limit right here and do some damage to our knees. 2. 3. Okay. So last position is legs. I like to spread my feet a little bit wider on this last one. Okay. And this one, I like to go down in a squat with one heel raised up, and I come down and up in that, and then I switch sides. So we're going to do 2 on the right, 2 on the left, but we're going to alternate in between each round. So it's going to look like this. You're going to start off with just the normal knee bend. So coming down right here, feeling that stretch, holding it there, 30-second hold. Woo, feel the burn on that one. These are called sissy squats, by the way, which they're not for sissies. I don't know why they call them that, but that's what they call them. All right. So next thing we're going to do is alternate. So come up to one side and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. All right. So now we're going to go down. We're going to keep one foot heel raised up. You're going to squat down and back up. Drive it down. Other side, heels raised up as we go down. Drive down as we come up. Switch sides, lift the heel up, squat down. Drive it down as we come up. Other side, squat down. Drive it down as we come up. Okay? So that is leg drive conditioning. So, for instance, whenever you have to climb rocks, you mountain climb, get a lot of that reflex worked. But in our normal day-to-day life, we don't do enough of that. So you have to incorporate it into your movement practice in order to keep those systems running smooth. All right, so next thing we're going to look at is movement class 5B. Let me see here. Just going to mute these real quick. All right. So we're going to look at the pelvic tilts with a 3-second hold. Okay. So you're on your back. Lying down. You're just going to arch your back up. Keep these ribs pulled down. Arch and hold. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to squeeze those glutes up and under and hold. 2, 3. Back through, up and hold. 2, 3. Back down, hold. 2, 3. So keep that cycle. I'm going to look at y'all's form. See how everybody's doing. Keep it there. Hold. 2, 3, and up. 2, 3, and down. 2, 3. Great job. I like that everybody's moving through their hips and they're not moving laterally. They're moving vertically up and down. That's good. So remember to squeeze those glutes to push that low back. And it's that motion of the abs that are, the lower ab is also the initiator of this movement. So as I scoop down, I should even start to feel my core engage. to put that pelvis into that position. So if you can't get that glute or that hip flexor activated, you can't find it there, that's all right. You can still find it in your core, okay? And that's another way to move that pelvis. Hold, 2, 3. Keep it up, guys. Hold, 2, 3, and hold, 2, 3. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come up. This week we're going into alternating scapular rotations, okay? So reaching out away from the midline of the body, scoop those hands under. Both of them are coming forward. Notice how they're not popping up right here, not coming up. I'm keeping it down. And we're gonna, one hand's gonna come forward, the other hand's gonna come back. Now hold that for 2 seconds, and then you're gonna switch. So I'll show you from side view. I scoop under, I roll forward, one hand comes forward, the other hand comes into neutral, the other hand goes out of neutral. Hold that for 2 seconds, and then switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2. Keep it up. And we'll get y'all's form here. Good. So right there, keep those shoulders down. Don't let them pop up, guys. Keep them tucked down and back. Good. So your shoulders should be neutral. Some of you guys are doing this. I don't want that. I want them sliding. I don't want them going up and down. Okay? Also, shoulder blade is coming back. So this is coming there and then forward. Okay? So, and holding that for 2 seconds. So right there, boom, and then back. 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. All right? So got diaphragmatic breathing on our back. Hands are on my tummy. I'm breathing out. Core is getting tight as I breathe out. Once all the air is expelled and my core is active, I'm going to hold that for 3 seconds. Just hold it there. Sorry, I didn't mean to breathe in. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Now breathe in, but keep some pressure on that stomach, on that diaphragm, and you're going to breathe into that pressure and keep that core active. And hold. 2, 3, and out. Hold. 2, 3, and in. Hold. 2, 3, and out. Hold. 2, 3, and in. Hold. 2, 3, and out. Hold. 2, 3, and in. Hold. 2, 3, and out. All right. So we've been doing a lot of lateral pelvic tilts, side to side, as well as just regular pelvic tilts where you're arching and rounding the low back. Now we're going to put those two things together, and we're going to try to make a circle, okay? So the way it's going to look, it's going to be a lateral tilt, arch my low back, lateral tilt, round my low back. Lateral tilt, arch, lateral tilt, round. Lateral tilt, arch, lateral tilt, round. Lateral tilt, arch, lateral tilt, round, lateral tilt, arch, lateral tilt, round. And you're going to try to start to make this into a smooth flow. Okay, so let me show you from a top view what it would look like. So you got a lateral tilt, one side moves up, and then I'm arching. So arch, other side moves down, round. Lateral tilt, arch, lateral tilt, round. And it starts to make a flow, a circle here. Right there. Okay, so keep that up. And look at y'all's form here. Make sure you keep the butt on the ground. Make sure that you're timing it up. I care more about the technique, but this is kind of like an experimental movement for your body. So it's okay if it's not perfect. As you get the rhythm, that pelvis and that musculature around it will become more and more in sync. Okay, which is what we're going for. Go ahead and switch direction here. So go in the other direction now. So lateral tilt, round, lateral tilt, arch, lateral tilt, round, lateral tilt, arch. So I like to say, I put on the description 10 clockwise and 10 counterclockwise, just to kind of help you kind of try to keep it balanced. I put on there about 40 seconds for you to try to hit 10 reps, okay? It's okay if you don't get to all 10 reps in that time. But the most important thing is just trying to focus on the form and sync, balance the lateral motion of the hips and the lateral hip strength with your pelvic tilts. So get about 2 more reps here. 1, 2, okay? Then we're going to look at the emphasis today. So in this class, we're going to be working on front rocking, long bed sits, no look pass, and balance with the throw and catch, okay? So what you're going to need is a wall that you can rebound something off of. If you don't have it, that's fine. You can just do it standing. But it would be nice if you had like a pretty firm pillow or even like a medicine ball that you can throw and catch against an object. If you don't have that, obviously we can modify the program. But just to let you know. All right, so gonna go ahead and flip on our stomach right here. We got rocking. So shoulders are retracted. Remember, scooped under. Okay, right here, shoulder blades are pressing down. My hips are neutral. I'm gonna come back, my low back, my pelvis is arching as I come back. I'm gonna keep that arch position throughout this movement. Okay, so all the way through right here. Try to go down to the ground. If you can't get there, you can always put a pillow or something and a target to slowly increase your strength. But I want to see this as smooth as possible. We're going through these kind of slow, working on the mechanics and the strength. All right. Next thing we got is a long bent sit. So flip over, and all you're going to do is alternate right here between this side and this side. So this is kind of working a little bit of the hip flexors and this good spinal posture. This is also just a great position to sit in if you're going to watch TV. Get out of the couch, people. Get off the couch. Get on the ground. Practice your ground movements and even just holding posture, working on your posture strength and these positions. Okay, so you get some time working on that. Look at everybody's form here. So keep those shoulders pressed down and away from the ground, guys. So really active in those shoulders right here. I want to see that shoulder blade pushing through and these shoulders away from the ear. I don't want to see this. So push, there you go. And then really pull that knee in high, core tight and engaged. Work on that diaphragmic breathing as well as you're doing this. I want to see your diaphragm contracted, but I want to see the breath going down, not coming up into your chest and your neck area. All right. That's looking a lot better, guys. Way to slide through there. Pull that knee up. Pull that heel a little bit closer to your butt if you can. There you go, right there. So really feel that knee kind of, this is kind of like a combination of a shoulder depression and a cook hip lift, which is working on your knee coming into your chest and you're activating the heel to the butt. So feel that whole sequence. So you can even get a little bit of core engagement. All right, go ahead and grab your object, okay? So no look pass. Some of the stuff that I put in here, I've put in here for in case for some reason you have a spouse or a partner that wants to do this stuff with you. If you want to get them involved or even friends or something, you can do this and make it a fun activity. They can join you in. If you don't have somebody, then you're just going to take a pillow or, you know, like a medicine ball or something that you can play with. And all you're going to do is right here. You're just going to push, pull, shuffle, push, pull, shuffle, push, pull, shuffle, push, pull, shuffle. Okay. Second level would be against the wall. So I'm going to throw it, catch it, shuffle. Throw it, catch it, shuffle. Throw it, catch it, shuffle. Okay? See how far I can get in between each time. Okay? So this is working on core development, reaction skills. Okay? If you had a partner, that partner would be facing straight ahead and they're not going to reveal to you where they're throwing it. So they might throw it to the right while they're looking straight ahead. And you've got to react and go get that thing and absorb it and then rebound it back to them and back to center. Okay? So let's practice that. So facing me. So face the screen. I'm just going to do this for you. Okay? So right shuffle. Left shuffle. Left shuffle. Right shuffle. Right shuffle. Left shuffle. There you go. Always getting back to center. Left shuffle. Right, left shuffle. Right shuffle. So it's confusing because my hand, I'm just going to point, okay? So face me, get in position. Go. There you go. And back. Good. Go. And back. Good. So you're shuffling out to it. You're shuffling out to it if you got space. Go. So shuffle. And then back. Good. So pretend like I'm going to pass it to you. You're going to go catch it. So go catch it in that direction. There you go. And then throw it back to me in an imaginary sense. And then other direction. So I'm not revealing it to you. I'm just looking straight ahead. You got to react. And then get back to center. Good. Good job. So catch it and release it. Good job. Back to center. Up, wrong way, Susan. Went that way. There you go. So really be waiting and reacting. You can do this with a friend, a family member. You can do it with a group. Have some fun with it, guys. All right. Next thing we got is balancing while throwing and catching. Okay. So again, if you had a partner, you would just stand one leg, and you can even just do this by yourself. Throw, catch, throw. So I'm literally releasing, well, and then I come back and I catch it. You can even do that in any of these. Throw, catch, and try to stay balanced. Okay? If you want to, you can turn and do it to a wall. See if you can rebound that object back to you while you're balancing. Okay? Let's go ahead and switch sides. Notice how this gets the heart rate up and you start to feel the blood flowing fast, okay? Throwing and catching is great exercise for total core. Okay, so keep that up a little bit. I'm gonna look at y'all's form. So just balancing, throwing, and catching. So when you're catching it, remember, absorb and then rebound out. Absorb and recoil. Absorb and recoil. All right, so let's go into a quick flow, okay? So I'm gonna call out each station. You guys are gonna get to it as fast as possible. Last thing I wanna look at is contralateral position crawl, okay? So right here, opposite arm, opposite leg. We're very active through our spine. Lower back is neutral or slightly arched, okay? It's going to be opposite arm, opposite leg, but I'm pulling my chin up and through right here. So notice whenever I kick out, I'm not rounding or kind of losing my points of contact. So right here, I don't want to see this where I drop. I want to keep everything as if as I start out, okay? So I start out in this nice position. I take my leg and my arm and I counter load them, but I don't let my core adjust to the load. That's where we get the work. If I just let everything follow, then I'm not actually working. I gotta keep that core tight even whenever my base of support changes. So that's level 2. Level 1 is just arms, working on your arms, or working on just leg alternating. So try both of those and then try to add in opposite arm, opposite leg. Level 3. One second here. So level 3 will be, let's see. Level 3 will be opposite arm, or same arm, same leg. Sorry, I got a thing saying that my time limit's running out. So I gotta change my account, but we'll just go with it. All right, so right here, boom. So sorry, I meant right arm, right leg. So shifting up and through, and then other side. So that's level 3. That one's pretty advanced. So this one, pretty good with my right side. My left side is a little bit harder. So you got different levels of that. Play with it. But let's go ahead and do our flow, okay? So we'll start out with rocking on our hands and our knees. Right here. Let's go. Down and up. Couple reps. Okay. Onto the long bit sit. Right here. Sliding through. Balance, throw, and catch. Get to your station. Let's go. Right leg. Let's go 2 reps right leg. 2 reps left leg. Job. Switch sides. Left leg. Okay, that's about all the time you have there. You're going into no look pass. So right here, shuffle, shuffle. So right here, throwing it to the left, you're going. Then you're going to the right. Let's go. Go to the right. Go to the right. Go to the left. So you're reacting off me. Right, left, left, right. Good. Okay. Back down to the ground. Contralateral crawl. Right here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Find the level you want to work on today. Kind of play with each one. You got 30 seconds here. I'm going to play with every level just because I like to. Each level kind of gives you something else to focus on more. So I can focus more on my upper body with my arms. I can focus more on my lower body if I'm just working my legs. Or I can focus more on one side of my body. If I go same side right here. All right, back to rocking. Let's go. Up and down. 1, 2, 3. Flip over to long bend sit. Switching sides. A couple reps here. Balancing, throwing, and catching. Let's go. To your station. Right here, we're throwing and catching. Switch legs. Good job. Let's go. No look pass. So right here, I'll go with you guys this time. You guys just follow me. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Good job. On our hands, balancing. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Play with each side. Maybe do one side. And then switch. All right. So that is some things that we're going to focus on in the next phase. Let's go ahead and reevaluate our deep squat. See how it feels after class. All right, let's come back into our seated position. Gonna do our breath work, check in, see how we're feeling. Close your eyes, start to tune in to how your body's feeling, how your thoughts are going compared to the beginning of the class and now. Show yourself compassion. Congratulate yourself for putting in this work, for showing up today. It's very important. So keep up the good work. Let yourself know you're proud of yourself, okay? I'm proud of you guys. Give yourself a reward for this great work that you guys are doing. That's something that's important for your consistency, setting up contracts with yourself to reward the hard work you're putting in. Just listen, see what you can hear. See what you can smell, or smell it. Pay attention to what you can smell. Pay attention to what you can taste. Notice how your clothes are feeling on you. How are the materials? Can you get an even greater sense? Our goal is just to improve a little bit and being present each time that we step into our practice. Can we communicate better with our body? Can we access more technique, access better movement? All right, let me go ahead and cut off the recording real quick.